Greetings from Indohan Technologies. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of leading indicators and safe behavior in COVID-19 spread prevention. And yes, we can do it. We all know that there is a battle on between the most intelligent species on this planet, that is us humans, and a parasitic non-living COVID-19. It's turning out to be quite a long drawn out war till vaccines and or treatments are available, and that too at the level of common man. The war is more about managing ourselves. It can be managed if we stay smart, safe, and disciplined. This needs data also to forecast how effective our fight is going to be, and where to focus, and where to change behaviors. Everyday news channels churn out numbers from WHO, Health Ministry, and other agencies on the number of corona cases, recoveries, and unfortunate deaths, and so on. But these numbers relate to events that have already taken place. If I were to use some jargon, these are lagging indicators. These numbers are being used to analyze the different social behaviors and actions by the different governments, state governments, etc., and how these have affected the outcome in different countries. But like I said, the numbers relate to past. What about now? What are we going to expect now? For these, we need to go beyond and look at leading indicators or leading metrics. In the Safety Handbook by CCPS, the definition of a leading indicator reads as a forward-looking set of metrics which indicate the performance of key work processes, operating discipline, and or layers of protection that prevent incidents. This concept can directly be applied to COVID-19 spread prevention. These forward-looking indicators can be used by central government, state government, local governments, or even by employers to see what and how effective their measures are going to be, and how and where the vulnerability will be or are. Some examples of leading metrics are average exposure time of individuals with persons other than his or her household, likelihood of people following physical distancing norms outside their homes, types of public places which are open, the likelihood of maintaining good hygienic habits is also a very important factor. And then, of course, the strictness in enforcing isolation, quarantine, and other norms by the governments. The leading indicators help in preparedness, and one can start putting a framework of actions in place. This is a risk ranking chart that I came across on the net from the physicians in Texas, and one could choose from here the activities which are classified under the moderate to high risk as leading indicators. I'm sure that you will agree that ultimately this connects with unsafe acts and unsafe behavior, and hence we recommend that implementation of BBS, behavior based safety, in addition to studying the leading indicators, is needed for better control actions. In conclusion, I would like to mention that looking at the leading indicators is a way forward to plan actions for COVID-19 spread abatement, and following BBS can be key to keeping COVID-19 at bay. Thank you very much for your time.